So one question here is, can you recommend any ways in which I can understand Arabic so I can understand the Quran and the words said in prayer? There's many different ways that, oftentimes I'm asked this question about how can I learn Arabic? And it's hard to answer the question because it really does depend on how much time you're willing to give, right? How much time you have, how much time you're willing to give. Depending on that, then the answer will vary. But with regards to specifically understanding the Quran and the words said in prayer, what I really recommend for most people is what is a very simple word by word approach, right? Almost a vocabulary based approach, if you want to say. And so just as in the Transform My Prayer program, right? All the resources are there. You all have access to them. The resources that will help you understand that here are the meanings of the various phrases. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Okay, that means all praise to Allah. Okay, Lord of all that exists, right? And Subhana Rabbil A'la means, etc., etc. Right? So whatever it means. So the phrases are there, the transliterations and the translations. Similarly, if you go to now like a famous website like Qur'an.com, for example, you can literally layer the Arabic text with the transliteration, with the word by word meaning, okay, and then obviously the full translation of the verse or the sentence that is there. So a word by word kind of approach. So as soon as you, the first step is to be able to read and to articulate, right? Just to say the words, and to in the context of the Quran, to be able to recite basically comfortably, fluently enough. And then you can just start to build up your vocabulary and just by going through in that way, right? Now, there's clearly, that's a good starting point for most people, I would say. There is a good app, I think, called Quranic or something like this, which also has a more user-friendly, gamified way of just, sort of starting to learn different vocabulary, etc., etc. So that's also quite useful. So that's your starting point. And then when you want to get into grammar and all of these things, and you're looking at more sentence structure and all of these kinds of things, that requires a different level. Then you can get in touch directly. Anyone who wants to get in touch directly, and depending on where you're at, I can try to suggest different things.